welcome back. I'm Ganesha and today I'm going to talk all about Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. Okay, so today for this video I'm really excited and really nervous at the same time. I'm really excited because of course it's Harry Potter. This book, these series have a very special place in my heart, just like they have right in the middle in my bookshelf. Yeah. And I'm really nervous too because I'm afraid that I really cannot put in words how much these books mean to me, or how much I love the Wizarding World, or how much I am till date waiting for my Hogwarts letter. I get too emotional and a bit over the top talking about Harry Potter, so for this video and for the few next, just bear with me. So most of you would be familiar with the basic storyline and must have seen the movies. But today and in my upcoming videos, I'm going to talk only about the books and how much you should read the books even if you have seen the films. So the first part, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, is just the start and the introduction into this magical and exciting journey. I remember I read the first part when I borrowed it from my school library, but I bought it later on especially just to complete my collection. In the first part, you meet young Harry, who lives with his aunt and uncle, Mr. and Mrs. Dursley, who are the most annoying and self-centered people you'll ever meet in your lives. Harry Potter is a thin short boy with round spectacles which have been broken about 100 times by his spoiled cousin Dudley, a lightning bolt shaped scar on his forehead, and a huge flock of hair on his head which would grow back no matter how many times Harry cut it. Tortured by his aunt and uncle, Harry is a completely ordinary boy to whom extraordinary things without any explanation happen all the time. Until one day, a giant of a man named Rubeus Hagrid arrives at Harry's doorstep with his letter of acceptance into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, which literally turned Harry's world upside down. So the first part basically establishes the mood and the setting of the series, talks about a decade-old secret about Harry's past, which literally everyone knows except Harry himself, and introduces you to the Wizarding World. Oh wait, there's also one very important magical stone with astonishing powers which apparently Harry has to get back, the Philosopher's Stone. Now the way J.K. Rowling has created this magical and enchanting world and the little things inside it, she sucks you right into the book from the very first page, and you can't put the book down. Harry Potter is a timeless classic, one of the greatest fantasy and literary adventures to have been ever written. And most importantly, it is loved and appreciated by all ages. Okay, so coming to the movies. Now, apart from here and there differences in the appearances of the characters and the fact that the movie misses this amazing song the Sorting Hat sings before sorting the first years into their houses, there are a couple of things the movie does not have. Now probably some of you will come at me like, how does it matter if the characters look a bit different in the movies? Like, what is the big deal? No, just don't. You cannot possibly make me hear about 12 different characters throughout the movies, tell a very obviously blue-eyed Daniel Radcliffe playing Harry Potter that you have your mother's eyes when Lily Potter's eyes were an obvious green. Now, I love Lily Potter and this dialogue is very important to me. It has so much emotion and feel in it. Like, just don't please mess with it. See, the movies make the Wizarding World come to life right in front of you, and very beautifully too. Hogwarts, Diagon Alley, Platform 9 and 3/4, Pivot Drive, they're all depicted perfectly, and the sets and the costumes are a delight to watch. But the story and the characters is where the problem lies. Scenes have been missed out in the movies which the makers probably thought were not as important because they don't contribute to the conflict of the story, but were so much fun to read and very important in establishing the relationships between the characters. As cute as Daniel, Emma and Rupert look as young Harry, Hermione and Ron, there's not much dialogue exchanged between them as friends in the movies. Also, apart from the eyes, I'm going to mention that a lot, so don't mind. Book Harry has a better sense of humor and is a bit more fun to read. You cannot miss out on Harry Potter. You just cannot. The first part introduces you to this magical world, and from there is no looking back. So even if you have seen the movies, go read the book. I assure you there is much more in store for you. If you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you. Scenes have been missed out in the movies which the makers probably now probably some of you will come at me like, how does it matter if the characters look a bit Now probably some of you will come at me like, how does it matter if the characters